Hey guys, it's your boy Skyb. You can find me on YouTube at Skyb Evolution. And today we're gonna do a leg workout. But first of all, we're gonna do a quick warm-up. So today we're gonna be doing legs. And for our first exercise, we're going to do squat, then followed by leg press, and then extension. And we're also gonna follow extension with lying down hamstrings curls, and then calf raises, but we're gonna do the seated version, and then follow lower back, but we're gonna superset lower back and abs to get our core very strong. All right, guys. So first exercise for the day, we're going to do squat. And for squat, we're going to start very light. So if you observe, I'm going almost ass to grass and I'm using no belt. The reason for that is I'm trying to keep my core to be very strong. So from the beginning, I try not to use belt. I try not to use anything that's going to support my lower back at all. So what I do is I increase the weight. And I also try to keep my form by keeping my back very straight and keeping my legs wide apart, but not as far, but just right around the shoulder width area. So I make sure I can keep contraction in my quad. So what I do is as I increase the weight, I start to put on my belt. The reason for that is, ain't nobody trying to get injured in the gym. You got to take time off. You lose your gains, and you already know it's about time for gains. You're trying to make gains, you ain't trying to lose it. So what we do is, we keep our back straight, our head forward, and we push with our ass all the way down. And when we're coming up, we use our legs as the weight movement. So we don't use our lower back, we don't use our shoulders, we use our back. So we use our leg, So what we try to do is keep form throughout the whole movement as much as you can, even when you're going heavy. And if you feel like you're losing your form, make sure you drop the weight, because there's no need for ego lifting, none of that stuff anyway. So as you can see, we're going heavy now. So what we're doing is we got our belt on, we got our knee wrap, so we're trying to support everything that we possibly can so we don't get injured. And at the same time, we're trying to get that full pump and full squeeze. So I make sure my negative and my positive is very slow. So our second exercise for the day is leg press. And this time we're trying to go for form again, and we're gonna keep our eyes very tight in the pad so it doesn't lift up and doesn't put any pressure onto our lower back. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep our legs very narrow as possible. And the reason for that is I like to contract my quad when I'm working my quad. I like to neglect any secondary muscle. So we're gonna keep our legs very narrow, and as you can see, I just added just a little bit of more kilos on top, put a little bit of pressure onto the quad. So we start light, and then we'll go a little bit heavy, but at the same time, we try to keep form over everything. So we're gonna call that FOE, form over everything. You heard me? And as you can see, my face, it doesn't look pretty, but hey, I'm getting the job done, and that's what counts. So we're trying to make gains, we're trying to keep form, and we're trying to have fun with it. So we just finished our seated leg press. Now we're gonna move into extension. So for our third exercise, we're going to be doing legs extension. And again, we're trying to keep our form neat and clean as possible, so we ain't going too heavy. We're trying to focus on contraction, so we're trying to get positive, we're trying to squeeze as much as we can. So we're going to hold for at least 1 to 2 seconds, as you can see in the video, and we're going to go slow on our negative. And the reason for that is I like to work the muscle. I like to keep the muscle working throughout the movement. So our positive allow us to get that squeeze while holding it for 1 to 2 seconds, and the negative makes me not to lose momentum as I'm going, because I'm not trying to use momentum to bring the weight up, which is exactly why I don't go heavy, and that's just for me. And For our fourth exercise we're going to do is lying down hammy curls. we're gonna do the same thing. We ain't going too crazy on this one. We're just going to a weight that is, controllable, but at the same time we still feel the muscle working. And I'm gonna try and keep form, so I'm doing lying down. So I'm gonna squeeze at the top and keep the negative very slow and very controlled throughout the whole movement. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And after that we're gonna do seated calf raises. Your boy ain't got no calves at all, like I mean 0 calves. But that's something I'm working on, because you know what I mean, like not a lot of black people got calves. Come on, man, like don't blame me for that shit. Anyways, I'm working on that, and you can best believe that's gonna come up soon, because I'm putting effort into it as much as I can, because my quad is over dominant when it comes to my calves, because I don't have calves at all. So the little bit of quad that I have is over dominant. Anyway, so we're gonna do seated calf raises, and just like every other muscle group, we're going to try to keep the contraction and the negative control throughout the whole movement. So we're gonna go slow on the negative, and we're gonna contract as much as we can on the positive. So that's what we're gonna be doing for calves, and we're gonna do seated calf raises for that. After that, we're going to move directly into our lower back and abs, and we're gonna superset that. The reason for that is I try to keep my core working throughout the movement. I'm not trying to give it no rest until I'm leaving the gym, so it's gonna keep working whether it likes it or not. It's gotta keep working, because you use your core throughout the day for lifting, regular stuff at jobs, offices, whatever it is. So and I'm going to keep that in momentum. So I'm going to do at least 8 to 15 reps on each. So it's going to be in, out, lower back, abs, lower back, abs. So that's what we're going to be doing for today. And we're just going to fuck it up, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Sky deep. Shout out to Squashland Gym in Liverpool. Appreciate you guys for letting me use the facility. Respect.